What if I told you two of the best players to ever play the sport played during the same era? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan and LeBron James are often considered the best basketball players ever. Kareem was unquestionably the best player of his time, Jordan was unquestionably the best player of his time, and LeBron James was unquestionably the best player of his time. Even in American football, the debate is starting to be whether it's Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady, but their primes were in different eras. What if it did happen?
That belongs in a different galaxy altogether than we are living in.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Messi.
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 Eu queria ser alguém no futebol. Comecei a jogar futebol no Andorinha. O meu pai, na altura, era roupeiro do Andorinha. Fiquei alguns anos no Andorinha, depois fui para o Nacional. Era das melhores equipas na Madeira.
Cristiano dos Santos Aveiro was born on the 5th of February 1985 in the São Pedro parish of Funchal, the capital of Portuguese island of Madeira, and grew up in the nearby parish of Santo Antonio. He is the fourth and youngest child of Maria Dolores dos Santos Viveiros de Aveiro, who worked as a cook in the hospital industry and a cleaning woman, and José Diniz Aveiro, a municipal gardener at the Junta de Freguesia of Santo Antonio and part-time kitman for football club Andorinha. Cristiano Ronaldo grew up in a poor household. Due to already having 3 children, having financial difficulties, and Ronaldo's father's alcoholism issue, Maria wanted to abort Cristiano, but the doctors refused. She said in the Ronaldo documentary,
"He is a child that I wanted to abort. God didn't want that to happen, and I was blessed because of that. Sometimes Ronaldo makes fun of me and says, 'You didn't want me to be born.' But now you see that I'm here helping all of you. And, well, sometimes we have a laugh about that."
Ronaldo had a bittersweet relationship with his father. In his early days, Ronaldo's father used to be a military officer. Jose spent a few critical years of his life fighting on the African continent. It was reported that Ronaldo's father was severely affected by the time he spent serving in the military, especially the time he was in Angola and Mozambique. Moreover, that was the main reason why he turned into an alcoholic.
My family. But I really don't know my father 100%. He was a drunk person. I never spoke with him like a normal conversation. It was hard.
Did he ever tell you that he was proud of you to your face?
No, yes, he said that he treated me unbelievable. I was like the diamond of the family. And he knew it that I will be a football player. And for me, it's made me sad because everything.
As a child, Ronaldo played for Andorinha from 1992 to 1995, where his father was the kitman, and later spent 2 years with Nacional. In 1997, aged 12, he went on a 3-day trial with Sporting SP, who signed him for a fee of €1,500. He subsequently moved from Madeira to Lisbon to join Sporting SP's youth system. Moving to Lisbon was hard for Ronaldo. He was teased for his heavy Madeiran accent by other boys and cried every day because he missed his local friends and family. At just 15 years old, he underwent heart surgery due to a rare condition called tachycardia. His heart would race uncontrollably even when at rest, raising concerns about his future in football, but fortunately the surgery was successful. Ronaldo made Sporting SP's first team at age 16. He made his senior debut in August 2002 in a Champions League qualifying match against Inter Milan and scored his first senior goal 1 month later. After attracting interest from major clubs including Arsenal, Manchester United's Alex Ferguson signed Ronaldo for a fee of €12 million on the 12th of August 2003, who after his father died in 2005 from a liver failure took him as his own son.
Llega el remate de lo que dice, la pelota tiene el palo, se salva el equipo de Newell's, levanta Segovia, saca la pelota Casanova, se salvó Newell's Old Boys de Rosario sobre final de partido y ahora quiere el tercero, arranca Messi, toca la pelota para el jugador Jiménez, la pelota va siendo dominada por Jiménez, descarga otra vez en el jugador Messi, Messi entrega la pelota al medio, viene el remate de Rosso, cierra justo el cuadro Álvarez, gol, Grigini, gol.
On the other hand, Messi was born on the 21st of June 1987 in Rosario, Santa Fe, the third of 4 children of Jorge Messi, a steel factory manager, and his wife Sila Cuchitin, who worked in a manufacturing magnet workshop. As a young boy, Messi tagged along with his 2 older brothers, played soccer with their friends, intimidated by bigger boys. At the age of 8, he was recruited to join the youth system of Newell's Old Boys, a Rosario-based club. Recognizably smaller than most of the kids in his age group, Messi was eventually diagnosed by doctors as suffering from a hormone deficiency that restricted his growth. Messi's parents, Jorge and Celia, decided a regimen of nightly growth hormone injections for their son, though it soon proved impossible to pay several hundreds of dollars per month for a medication. That fact put off clubs in Argentina, including River Plate. The treatment was expensive for a teenager with no guarantee of success. It was an expense they either couldn't afford or didn't want to gamble on, and Messi needed a club willing to pay for the treatment. But Barcelona took a chance. As the story goes, the then Barcelona director of football, Carles Reixach, didn't have the paperwork ready in December 2000. In haste to get signature of Messi, Reixach used the napkin to get the deal done. Messi's parents and siblings moved to Barcelona with him in 2001. But according to Sino, CIA and his sister did not adapt well to the life in Spain. Shortly thereafter, the family moved back to Rosario. Messi and his father stayed in Barcelona. At the age of 16, 4 months and 23 days old, Messi made his first team debut as a 75th minute substitute during the friendly against Porto on the 16th of November 2003 under Frank Rijkaard, who promoted him to the first team in October 2004. He made his first league debut on the 16th of October 2004 against Espanyol and scored his first senior goal on the 1st of May 2005 against Albacete from an assist by Ronaldo, becoming at that time the youngest ever scorer for the club. One might ask, what made these two special for the rivalry to last for more than a decade? Why was it even blasphemy to include their peers in the conversation? How did two seemingly ordinary people transcend the game of football to break barriers of culture, language, race and borders? Who is better? I think we've been looking at this the wrong way. Let me explain. Before retiring in May 2013, Sir Alex Ferguson spent 26 seasons as the manager of Manchester United, the English football club that ranks amongst the most successful and valuable franchises in sports. During that time, the club won 13 English titles, along with 25 other domestic international trophies. He played a central role in United organization, managing not just the first team but the entire club.
Steve Jobs was Apple. Sir Alex Ferguson is Manchester United.
She was the mastermind and pillar of strength for Manchester United. Being a stable club and having a good manager is vital for developing talent, and that was the case for Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo came to Man United as a skillful winger, played mostly as a right winger. He was good at beating defenders and delivering crosses or shooting himself. He was not very effective though, because he used to dribble too much. In the seasons 2007 to 2009, he played mostly as a left forward or a second striker along a real striker, of 10 Wayne Rooney, sometimes Sahar Tevez or Berbatov, the same position he would later play for Portugal and Real Madrid. This position made him very effective as a goal scorer because 2007 to 2008 saw Ronaldo score 42 goals, his most in a season during his time with Manchester United. At this time, Manchester United was considered the best club in England and one of the best clubs in Europe. Having won the league title the previous year, they didn't let their foot off the gas. Despite a slow start in the league, they won the 10th Premier League title and beat Chelsea on penalties in the 2008 UEFA Champions League final to claim the European double. In that season, Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or and FIFA World Player of the Year, beating Messi and Fernando Torres. As veterans like Ronaldinho, Deco and Eto'o, combined with young players like Xavi, Iniesta and Puyol. In Frank's last season, Barcelona finished the 2007 and 2008 season third in La Liga and reached the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League and Copa del Rey, both losing eventually to the champions Manchester United and Valencia. In that season, Messi finished with 16 goals and 13 assists and finished second to Ronaldo in the voting of the Ballon d'Or. This season was really the first glimpse of what's to come in the next 15 years. Barcelona B was relegated from the 3rd division to the 4th division of Spanish football. Pep Guardiola was appointed to improve the situation. Typically, the Barcelona Academy graduate and former senior team midfielder Guardiola instituted strict discipline and professionalism amongst the players, introducing fines for those who did not follow his rules. He also merged the team with the Barcelona C squad and allowed a number of more experienced players to join the team. At the end of a successful season, Barcelona B won the league and was promoted back to the 3rd division. Ronaldo being the consensus best player the previous season, Manchester United being the best team in Europe and Real Madrid being the best team in Spain. Juan Laporta being a competitor had to make some changes to make Barcelona great again. The day after the 4-1 defeat to Real Madrid, Juan Laporta announced the Barcelona B coach Pep Guardiola will take over Frank Rijkaard's duties. Guardiola brought with him the now famous tiki-taka possession style of play he has been taught during his time in Barcelona youth teams.
All this tippy-tappy stuff everybody keeps going about the right way to play football is all a lot of sometimes. So, in the
process, Guardiola sold Ronaldinho and Deco and started building the team around Xavi, Iniesta and Lionel Messi. Pep Guardiola is known for being a mad scientist on the field and a demanding coach that usually brings the best out of young talented players. Pep rejuvenated the Barca DNA. Upcoming players were coming to their own. Barcelona was having a good season. Coming to the season, Messi was primarily used as an inverted right winger, cutting to a strong left foot, but Guardiola came with a genius idea of playing Messi as a false nine against Real Madrid. The victory gave them the momentum to win La Liga.
I remember it was a surprise to me because he called me into his office at the training center the day before the game, Messi explained. He told me that he had watched a lot of Real Madrid games, as he always did with all of his opponents, that he had spoken to Tito Villanova, and that they had thought about making me play as a false nine. They would put Eto'o and Thierry Henry wide and I would play as a false nine, to drop in with the midfielders. The idea was that the central defenders would follow me, leaving room for the two fast wide players to run in behind them. In fact, there was a nice goal that Henry scored that was created like that. It was a surprise for us and for Real Madrid. I remember in that game we had a lot of possession. We always seemed to have one more player in the middle of the field, and I, despite never having played as a centre forward, already knew the position because it was about starting from deeper to get in front without being a fixed centre forward. So it wasn't a big change for me either.
Barca finished the season by beating Manchester United 2-0 at the Stadio Olimpico in Rome, with goals from Eto'o and Messi, to win their third Champions League title and complete their first ever treble won by a Spanish team. The team went on to win the 2009 Supercopa de España against Athletic Bilbao and the 2009 UEFA Super Cup against Shakhtar Donetsk, becoming the first European club to win the both domestic and European Super Cups following a treble. In December 2009, Barcelona won the 2009 Club World Cup. In that season, Messi scored a total of 38 goals and 17 assists in 51 appearances. For a small guy with physical limitations, this was unprecedented. Throughout his career, he has been labeled as a creative number 10. who can play between the lines, can pass and a great dribbler of the ball, but he added a number 9 amount of goals to his bag. After a successful season in the 2009 season, Messi won the Ballon d'Or, getting the most votes and the FIFA World Player of the Year award. Cristiano came in second in the voting, having had an impressive season himself with 26 goals and 9 assists in 59 matches. He helped United to a third consecutive league title and a Champions League final, but they lost to Messi and Barcelona. Barcelona are now the new European powerhouse with their exciting style of play led by a player with abilities we've never seen before, maybe since Diego Maradona. I remember as kids when Barcelona was starting to make noise, we would watch a lot of Barca games, and then the day after at school everybody wanted to be like Barcelona on the field. It was so bad if someone played a long ball, we would criticize him for not knowing how to play football. Every pass had to be short and diagonal. Pass and move every time, even dribbling was corny at that time. We were completely infatuated and we were 10-year-olds. This was the second consecutive season where Ronaldo and Messi were number 1 and 2 in the best player conversations. Ronaldo being the best player in England, playing for the best team in England. Messi being the best player in Spain and now playing for the best team in Spain. Comparisons were starting to intensify. Thus the greatest sports rivalry was born. The problem now is that they were playing in 2 different leagues. That made it even harder to compare the two. The English Premier League was more fast-paced and physicality driven, and La Liga was more controlled pace and more technical. But that would all change in July of 2009 when Real Madrid acquired Cristiano Ronaldo for a record-breaking fee of 94 million euros. Remains one of the most significant acquisitions in Real Madrid history. Now that both Messi and Ronaldo are playing in the same league for the 2 most successful and biggest clubs in Spain, the rivalry reached new heights. You see, Real Madrid and Barcelona are 2 fierce rivals, even way before Messi and Ronaldo era. Now the 2 added fuel to the fire. I tell you what, those were them days. Now the season before acquiring Ronaldo, Real Madrid was knocked out of the Champions League at the round of 16 stage for the 5th time in a row, losing to Liverpool 0-5 on aggregate, and was embarrassed by Barcelona at the Santiago Bernabeu with a humiliating 2-6 loss, which all but confirmed the league title for Barca. On the 1st of June 2009, Florentino Perez regained Real Madrid's presidency amid the outrage over the club's decline. Perez continues with the Galactico policy pursued in his first term, buying Kaká from Milan for a record-breaking fee and then breaking the record again by purchasing Cristiano Ronaldo. The first El Clasico between the two was on the 29th of November where Barcelona won by 1 thanks to Zlatan. The second one was on the 10th of April where Barcelona won again 2-0. Messi even scored a goal. In the season, Messi scored a total of 47 goals in all competition. He finished the season as the top goal scorer in the Champions League and La Liga, winning the second consecutive trophy and earned his first European golden shoe. Even though Ronaldo had an ankle injury that kept him out for 42 days, he finished with 33 goals in all competitions. Real Madrid was having a transition year. They finished second to Barcelona in La Liga and got knocked out by Lyon in the Champions League. So neither of them managed to win the Champions League. I wonder why.
Translator may be lost for words tonight, but he's run to the Inter fans. He has wound up his opponents.
Messi ended up winning his second Ballon d'Or, so now Messi has 2 and Ronaldo has 1. In the next 8 years in Spain, Messi and Ronaldo would continue to trade spots in the Ballon d'Ors, team trophies and individual accolades. Okay, let's say you're at your local barber getting your haircut, and then a Niva Real Madrid commercial with Ronaldo in it comes on, and then a random guy from the back says, but you know what, if we're being honest, Ronaldo is better than Messi. This is how the debate would go. Okay, let's look at the total amount of goals scored. Ronaldo wins the category with 895 goals scored. Now assist, Messi wins with 374. But Ronaldo is much older than Messi, that means he played more games. Now let's look at goals per game. For an accurate take, Messi wins the category with 0.79 goals per game. Now let's look at hat-tricks. Ronaldo wins with 66. Man, that man is Penaldo. Yes, Ronaldo has taken more penalties, but his conversion rate of 85% is better even though he took more penalties. Messi scored more free kicks, but Ronaldo's goals are more balanced and versatile between his head, left foot and right foot. Yeah, but Messi and Ronaldo have faced each other 36 times, with Messi winning 16 matches and Ronaldo winning 11 matches. Messi has scored 22 goals and provided 12 assists in their clashes, while Ronaldo has 21 goals and provided 1 assist. But Messi has 44 trophies, including a World Cup, versus 35 trophies for Ronaldo. But Ronaldo has 5 Champions League, including 3 in a row, versus 4 for Messi. Messi has 8 Ballon d'Ors while Ronaldo has 5, and Messi has 6 European Golden Shoes compared to Ronaldo's 4. Yeah, but Messi played for basically one club during his prime, while Ronaldo played in 3 different leagues with different styles of play. English defenders are too big for Messi. Classic barbershop talk. I want to talk about the nonsense argument of but Messi is more talented, Ronaldo is just a hard worker. Do both have God-given gifts that appear in different ways? Yes. Ronaldo has a good combination of height, agility and raw speed, while Messi has great ball control, acceleration which is different from raw speed, and a higher football IQ. But the thing they both have is competitiveness and hatred of losing. If you've achieved anything of substance in life, never mind dominating a sport for 15 years, you know hard work played a major part. Let's say now you're in university in a calculus lecture, this is how the debate would go. Yeah, my head hurts. When I'm comparing 2 players, I look at how much they impact winning. I break impact on winning into 3 parts. 1. Best in the world at your role. 2. Production. And 3. Intangibles. Firstly, I look if you are the best in the world at your role. When we are born, we are all blessed with unique interests and talents. In school, we are taught you have to be an all-rounded learner. But really, that's not how real life works. If you want to be the absolute best at something, you need to eliminate other things and be a specialist. I don't need my doctor to be good at golf to have confidence in him or her. It's the same concept for team sports. People have value premium roles based on their skills. Ronaldo and Messi may be both forwards, but they are asked to do different things, and they are the best in the world at it. I look at it like this. How can I construct the best possible team that can maximize Ronaldo or Messi's strengths and minimize their weaknesses? But that's not how sports usually work. Sometimes both players are asked to do more outside their roles because of team limitations. Who can adapt better to adversity? I've seen Ronaldo be excellent in his role for good Real Madrid teams and adapt to bad Juventus teams, Messi also, so that's not a separator. Secondly, I can look at production stats, but numbers don't tell the whole story. You can finesse numbers to fit your agenda. Football is more art than science. I can list 500 records that favor Messi. I can do the same for Ronaldo. The last part is intangibles, like who's a better leader. We definitely can't measure that. Usually the gap between the impact on winning between 2 players is bigger than the things you can't control in football, like the difference in quality of teams. But in this case, the gap between the impact on winning between Messi and Ronaldo is smaller than the variables you can't control, which makes it impossible to definitively say who's better. But that is why it's special. We should just celebrate both. Even now, they are basically semi-retired. Football is not the same. I was talking to my friend the other day, even the Ballon d'Or is not the same, the bar is lower. My point is, it's okay to prefer the other one, but don't do it at the expense of the other one. Yes, it's possible to have 2 greats.